So this here is my urine, and today I'm going to put this urine under the microscope because it really looks beautiful. Hello and welcome, Microbehunter here. Who would have guessed that urine is able to produce these beautiful and colorful patterns? Well, we're looking at crystals here because urine is quite a complex mixture of different substances. It contains salts, it contains urea, possibly phosphates, and so on and so on. And when you allow a little bit of urine to dry on a microscope slide, then those substances are going to crystallize out, and you're able to see the variety of different shapes of different crystals. For example, very fine hair-like crystals and other larger hexagonal crystals. And here, this is a microscope slide with some dried urine, and you can already see with your unaided eye that there is some kind of deposit on the microscope slide. Now, you might wonder a little bit about the color. Why is it so colorful? Well, I have to tell you that my microscope is equipped with a polarization system and also prisms that give me these colors. But later at the end of the video, I'm going to show you some crystals under oblique illumination. It's a very cheap filter that you can even make yourself at home. And then you're also able to get very beautiful three-dimensional looking crystals. Now, what I've done is I placed a drop of urine on the microscope slide and spread it. And I'm going to show you later how I've done that. But when you add a little bit of water, I'm also going to show you that, then the crystals are again going to dissolve. And then the crystals might again recrystallize out if you allow the water to again evaporate. Now, I've been shifting around the prism a little bit, and this has given me those beautiful color plays. But one thing that I think you can also try is you can try to reapply more urine on the dried urine, because this way you cause more and more crystals to grow, and the existing crystals, they will also grow, and there will be more crystal deposited. Did you see that? This was water, and the crystals are gone now because the crystals dissolved again in water. However, on the other edge of my cover glass, I also was able to do this, and look how the water passes and the crystals do not dissolve. Now, why is this? Look in the corner, the crystals stay there. And the reason is by the time that the water has reached the other edge of the cover glass, it already became saturated, and therefore it did not dissolve the crystals anymore. And I think this is a very nice way, because this way the crystals become more visible and more distinct. And I think it simply looks a little bit more beautiful. And because the crystals now really show their shape, and there is less, they're less diffractive, artifacts, I would say. So this here, for example, is our crystals covered with saturated water. And I'm going to show you a few pictures here, and you can also see that the colors changed a little bit. And look at the nice hexagonal shape here. Well, I think I'm not able to identify what substances these are, but it doesn't matter. I think just by trying it out, you get all of those fractal, beautiful patterns, and I think that's already reward enough. Yeah, and here I'm just simply showing you what I've done. I've simply applied a little bit of urine on a microscope slide. One slight problem: when the urine dries out, the drop might actually contract a little bit and pull together. So you have to make sure that it's always a little bit spread apart, so that you get a nice thin layer of urine and then of crystals on the microscope slide. Yeah, so again, a few more pictures, and in just a second or so, I'm going to show you then some pictures that I've taken some time ago using oblique illumination. And that is a special filter that allows light only to come from one side. And if you want to look at those images, I made a separate video 2 years ago. Yeah, here they are. And of course, there is then also a link to my original video. And simply right now, I tried it again. Well, yeah, some simple experiments to do. I highly recommend it, especially because it produces very nice results, and it's not difficult. And I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I hope that you liked the video. Please do consider subscribing, and also consider visiting my other YouTube channels that are microscopy related. And I'm going to leave it at that. Happy microbe hunting as always, and see you around next time. Bye-bye.